Hello, starry beings. Thank you for watching this episode of the Galactic Integration Transmissions. I'm Ananda, your very own Minister of Metaphysics. Today is the full moon in Scorpio, and that has some intensity, doesn't it? Kind of calling us to do some deep inward looking, searching, and work. In addition, we have the month of May starting in a couple days. And that's kind of where my story begins today. I want to do a little bit of Greek mythology with you guys. The month of May is named after the goddess Maia. M-A-I-A, not M-A-Y-A in Hinduism. Different. She is the goddess of spring, and she has a kind of an interesting story. She is the eldest daughter of Atlas. Now, Atlas had 7 daughters known as the Pleiades. Some starseed stuff in there. So Maia was the eldest. She was known as the most beautiful. And they called her Maia of the lovely eyes and violet hair. She sounds gorgeous. Maia was an interesting character, though. She was very shy, and where her sisters were living these loud lives, they did very well for themselves, marrying some bigwigs on Mount Olympus, and were not shy characters. Maia sort of withdrew, and she lived in a cave by herself. Now, living in this cave did not prevent her from catching the eye of the almighty Zeus, who would sneak into her cave while his wife Hera was asleep at night. And they would make some sweet, 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 sweet love. And the result of this sweet love was a pregnancy, which Maia kept secret. She stayed in her cave and secretly gave birth to Hermes, also known as Thoth. Hermes was one of his incarnations. Now, I know last week I talked a little bit about immortality as the continuity of consciousness. So when Hermes was born, he knew who he was. I digress, though. That's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about Maia. So Maia, she raised Hermes in this cave. And she was known as the grandmother of magic because Hermes is known as the inventor of magic. So if you can think about this metaphor, she lived in her cave. She was also given another baby to foster. Another one of Zeus's baby mamas was turned into a bear, and Zeus gave Maia this other woman's baby to raise, and she did. So she had a very nurturing, motherly quality about her. And the lesson here, and going along with the Scorpio full moon and sort of what all of the energies are asking us to do right now. Maia, as the goddess of spring, she creates increase and growth with her gentle heat. Gentle heat, not blazing heat, not blasting light at something to cause it to grow. Gentle, nurturing, loving heat. Right? So when we're looking inward, are we looking at our shadows? Are we going into our crystal cave, lighting a gentle fire, and looking at the shadows? If the fire's too big, we can't see anything. We can't see anything clearly. We can't see what it is. We're bypassing that. And we just can't do that shit anymore. We cannot bypass the deep work that we have to do. We have to light this gentle fire in our cave and draw these shadows into us so we can transmute them into pure magic so that we can become the full starry beings that we really are, that we are being called to show the fuck up right now. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to make crystal grids, and I always make one on the new moon. But this full moon, I'm thinking, let's be a little prepared. Let's consider what we need to clear away so that we're really ready for the new moon to create this platform for our own galactic mystic to show up. The inner mystic that knows it has connection to the universal consciousness, the universal mind. So one of the things that called to me when I was thinking about my full moon crystal grid is dun, 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 petrified wood. Not too glamorous, right? Well, check this out. Petrified wood works with the root chakra and the third eye chakra together. So you're grounded and inspired to have clear sight, clear mystic sight. Now, okay, petrified wood is created when silicon dioxide takes the place of the decaying wood. It happens very slowly, over 100 years or so. So this silicon dioxide forms where the rotting wood is until there is nothing left but quartz. Now how about that? Full transmutation. The quartz didn't say, I'm just going to blast that decaying wood with light and with quartz that already exists. It didn't do that. It had to slowly transmute it into purity, into a more pure form. And that's what we have to do right now. So what are your obstacles? What do you need to transform? I'll tell you some of mine. Like just today, trying to record this video, like coming up against obstacles. Here I am recording on my phone in the middle of the woods instead of sitting on a chair with my laptop like I like to do. I have this impatience when things don't go my way. And that's the human experience. We have all these emotions, and our task is to take the heat out of these emotions so that we can be more centered, more pure in who we are, no matter what's happening. External things don't matter. We hear that all the time and we know that, but let's really work with that right now. We have 2 weeks until the new moon, and then we can maybe have some of these shadows integrated, some of these obstacles removed, so we can start from a place where we're really going to get some things done, where we're really going to show up for ourselves. Because it's all about showing up for yourself. Everyone else is another you. If you don't know that yet, then maybe that's something you need to work with. And I think I'll be talking about that a little bit throughout the month of May. That's kind of calling to me, this work with the oneness. All right? So, I hope you have a wonderful day. If you make a crystal grid this full moon, I would love to see it. You can tag me on Instagram or on Facebook at the Galactic Mystic. I would love to see what you're doing. All right? I love you. I hope you're doing well, and hope you enjoy this beautiful full moon and this glorious spring. All right, bye-bye.